So last week I did this video about a neurodivergent theory I had, and since then it has evolved and expanded. So I was like, you know what, I'm going to just do another video. I'm still going to break it up into parts. In this one I'll probably just focus on the theory that I originally had, and then the other parts I'll go into. The original theory was, what if neurodivergence is the original divine blueprint? And I know I can't be the only one who think this, but hear me out. So there is a study, there's a study, but in the article of the National Library of Medicine, back in September 2014 by neuroscientist Dr. Tang, there is an article about the synaptic pruning deficits in autistics. Dr. Tang was hypothesizing, testing the hypothesis about the pruning. And when you look at the scans, the brain scans, you see the neurotypical brain is pruned all the way almost down. And then the autistic subjects, there were way much more synapses. Now synapses are the neurons in the brains that are connecting communications that are connecting from one brain to the next. And so the normal pruning process is supposed to be around age 2 and 3. That is supposed to between age, yes? What is that? It was in your shoe? Okay, I'll take it out. So it's supposed to reduce to a certain amount, but that doesn't happen with those who are autistic. And so because there are so many synapses, so many things firing, that means there's an intake of more information. There's no coincidence that there is heightened sounds, heightened sensory overload, intense emotions because of all of these extra neurons firing, you know? And the reason I was thinking that, what if it's the original divine blueprint? When you have all of this information, right, you have a greater sense of pattern recognition. You're greater at creative problem solving mostly. And the thing was, even though it will come with sometimes like delayed language processing, and that's because there's so much information you have to filter through, which will make sense. But this is where the theory, like the wild theory, comes in. I was thinking, what if neurotypicals is actually domesticated? What if it was purposefully conditioned to prune more because of capitalization, because of industrialization, because of the systems and hierarchies they had set up, right? That they don't want to have those who are critical thinking. If you are having a system that's built on lies, you have a system that is meant to keep people silent, sedated, and controlled. And the reason to label neurodivergent raise as disorder and to pathologize it as something that's unhealthy to make us look like we're not the normal ones, when in all actuality they don't want us to harness the way our brains were actually wired, because if we did, we would come together collective in the systems and hierarchies that's been built, or we'll crush under our truth. I'm going to go to in part 2, but that was the essential theory.